Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to show you a makeup look using the new Tartelette palette, the In Bloom. I showed you this in my last video and it just has these warmer colors. So it has a few shimmer shades and then it has a good bit of matte shades. I'm going to start by using the Marc Jacobs primer. And I'm actually going to double up on the primer because I really do like the silicone based primer. I'm just going to use this first. I will use the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Minimizer. The Marc Jacobs just gives you a really moisturized coating, and then this gives you that silicone base, which is going to help fill in those pores and just create a really silky soft texture. Okay, next I'm going to jump in and I'm going to use this Nars. This is the medium 1.5. And this one is a little bit dark for me, but it's okay. We're just going to buff it in with the Sigma F80. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this Pixi color corrector, and I'm going to correct my dark circles. You can pick this up at Target. For some reason, my dark circles have been really bad lately. It's probably the lack of sleep, thanks to my son. He likes to keep me up all night still. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this Red Blonde. It's the Bare Light Photo Ready Skin Lights, and it's just kind of like a, I've used it before, but it's just kind of like a really pretty nude shimmer cream, and I'm just going to place this onto my cheeks just to kind of give it a little more highlight and dewiness, even though I am going to go over it with powder. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my Nars concealer. This one is Custard. And I'm just creating that triangle shape. Go down my nose, do my forehead. When it comes to contouring, if you have a bigger forehead, then you are going to want to use very little of the brightness and more of the darkness to bring it down. And then if you have a smaller forehead, you're going to want to use more of the brightness and less of the dark contour. That's what's going to create a bigger, smaller effect. Just going to dab this out with my finger. Honestly, sometimes your fingers are the best tools, so learn to work with those because you never know when you're going to need to use your fingers instead of having the right equipment or brushes or beauty tools, whatever you want to call it. You can take the rest of that concealer and kind of set or go over your eyelid to create a primer for your shadow. And then I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier powder and just set underneath my eyes. And you just want to tap it out before to make sure there's no creases. And then take your powder and set it. Here I'm going to take my KDB Cosmetics Baked Mineral Powder, and this color is medium dark just so I can kind of match it with the foundation. Usually I would just wear medium though. And we're going to take it and just press it into the skin. Instead of dusting it on, I like to press it. Okay, now I'm going to jump in and go ahead and do my brows. This time I'm actually taking the Anastacia Dipbrow pomade, but I'm using soft brown so that it is not so harsh. And if you want to see how I do my brows, I'll be sure to link the video down below. I'm going to go ahead and let's jump in to our eyeshadow before we finish up the rest of our face. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this light color charmer and I'm just going to place this all over my lid. That way it also kind of helps that concealer set. Even though I already put powder over it, we're just going to give our eye an even color. Make sure you bring it in that inner corner right in here to kind of brighten it up. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the color Smarty Pants, and this is just kind of like a kind of taupey color. It's our transition shade, and we're going to buff this into the crease. And this is a blending. All of my words are rubbing off on them because I've had them for a while. Now as you can see, I'm just taking small, like circular motion, and I'm blending it all the way into that inner corner. But keep it high, like right in here. Don't bring it low down in here. Going to go in with the color Sweetheart, and it's actually just kind of more of a light mauvey color, and we are going to buff that on top of these Smarty Pants that we just used. Color called Rebel, which is just a little bit darker of a mauve, and we're going to put it onto our outer corner. And this is actually the color that I will be taking and dragging underneath my eye. That bigger brush, the tapered blending, and work your way inward. Is we're going to take this Clear Eyes eye. So if you have the Max Fix Plus, you can just use that, but I don't have it. So what you do is you just take a tiny bit on your hand, and it might roll off, so be careful. Or you can put it in a little bowl, cup, whatever you prefer. I'm going to take a flat brush. I'm going to dip it in on both sides. And then I'm going to take this color called Firecracker, and I'm going to dip it. Now when you're doing something like this, I suggest that you take the corner and dip it like this instead of going over the whole thing, because sometimes it can mess up your eyeshadow and you don't want to do that. Okay, so we're going to take it and we are just going to place it onto the lid. And you see how it kind of creates like a foiled color? Take a little bit more, and this side I'll just take the fluffier side of this brush. It absorbs those eye drops really quick. And then I'm going to take Funny Girl, I'm going to go in with this blending brush. It's the E25 by Sigma, and I'm going to take that color Rebel. I'm just going to buff it underneath my lower. And I'm just going to apply the Demi Wispies by Salon Perfect. Okay, so now that I have my lashes on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of smudge out a little bit of eyeliner. And then I'm going to take a little bit of black eyeshadow. This is just one by KDB, and I'm going to go over the top of my lash band so that it kind of covers it a little bit. And contour, I'm going to use the new Kat Von D, or I say new because it's new to me, but the Kat Von D contour palette. And I'm just going to take this paintbrush and I'm just going to chisel out. And I'm going to use these two lighter shades. This one's the darkest, and I'm just going to use these two lighter shades. Tap off the excess. And just slightly carve it out. Okay, and then I'm going to take this angled brush and I'm going to go in with the lighter shade. And I'm just going to buff it out and blend it a little bit more. And then I'm going to take the color, what is this, Oasis by Nars. And it's just this really pretty mauve blush, but it has gold specks in it. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this, dust it off, and I'm going to put it mainly like right in here. So this color, as you can see, because it has the gold and the mauve, it ties into that eyeshadow. And then I'm going to take this really big stippling brush and just kind of blend those together. And then, of course, we can't forget a highlight for this look. And I'm just going to take this stippling brush and I'm just going to lay it flat. This is the color Opal by Becca Cosmetics. Tap it off and then just place it right in here. Kind of do a C shape. Bring it on the nose a little bit. Okay, and then for lips, I want to take the NYX in Mauve, it's a lip liner, and then the Anna lipstick by Nars. I've used this before in my tutorials, and then this kind of peachy pinky gloss is called Fairy Dust, and it's by KDB. And one of my favorite looks, the reason I'm using this color, is because a mauve kind of purpley lip like this paired with gold lids is just one of my favorite looks. I absolutely love it, and I just think it's always so pretty. And then I'm going to go back with that lip liner just to clean up. Or mess up. Then I'm going to take my hair down from this. You could totally leave it up if you want to, but I just used it to get my hair out of my face. And I just did, for my hair, I just did a really quick, twist of the curling iron. I didn't do anything special. I just dry shampoo, some hairspray, and a really quick twist of that curling iron. And here is my final look. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I hope the eye look is very easy for you. Just remember to take those colors and build them slightly, and to be sure and either use your MAC Fix Plus or these eye drops to create a foiled eye, which is just really pretty with that gold. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will be sure to answer them for you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.